Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, so thanks so much for joining me. Congratulations on winning this award. It's really, really well deserved. And I have to say, it was a real pleasure to talk to you earlier, a couple months ago, about your activism and about your ethical leadership. So as I said, you are a graduating senior. Congratulations.
Thank
This is an
you.
interesting time to emerge into the world. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about, are you ready to graduate? How do you feel about making a big life transition right now?
It's definitely not what I was expecting. I think if you had asked me before the pandemic, I was pretty ready to graduate, but now it feels pretty scary to be making this transition at this time.
So I want to take you back to being in high school. When you were in high school, did you ever see yourself in a position of being a recognized ethical leader on Penn State's campus?
I don't think so. When I was in high school, I was a really strong advocate for a lot of different causes, but I don't think I ever thought I'd be getting this award for ethical leadership and talking about sexual violence. I think, when I came to Penn State, I had the privilege of not really knowing a lot about sexual violence. And so I always kind of like tuned out conversations around the topic because I just thought that it would never pertain to me. But I really realized that that assumption was wrong to make, because the reality is that this affects every corner of Penn State's campus, and it's not just something that some people have to listen to and some people don't.
Can you talk a little bit about why is sexual violence not talked about and invisible to a lot of us at Penn State?
Yeah, I think the reality is that it is an uncomfortable topic, and it is something that people have a hard time talking about. But I think that being so uncomfortable and being unwilling to talk about it is one of the reasons that it continues to be such an issue at Penn State, because unless we have honest conversations about it, I don't really think we can ever work towards like tackling the issue. And so even though I know that there are some people who just can't talk about it for a variety of reasons, I think one of the reasons that it continues to be kind of this hidden secret or, is because people are so scared to talk or even think about it.
So it is a scary topic to actually discuss and talk about, but how did you find sort of the courage to make the issue visible?
For me, I think even though it's really scary to push people to talk about this, or to kind of handle when people say stereotypes or just not correct statements, I think it's still important to listen and to really push towards making it a conversation on campus.
So what have you done on campus to make it more of a conversation?
So one of the things I did with my friend Erin, was we created the Gender Equity Task Force in Shire Honors College. And so the main mission of this task force was basically just to get the conversation started about sexual violence in Shire and also at Penn State, and to better educate people in the Shire community about bystander intervention, and just knowing about ways to keep them and themselves safe and step into potentially unsafe situations. And we focused on the Shire community because, one, Erin and I are both part of that community, so it makes sense to focus on that area. But also I think it's a part of Penn State that is often recognized for its academic excellence and leadership, and that is very much true, but sometimes the topic of sexual violence is therefore not talked about because people think they're somehow immune from the issue. And Erin and I just wanted to bring awareness to the fact that it is an issue that affects everyone at Penn State, and so everyone needs to have conversations about it.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me today. Your work is really, really inspiring to all of us, and I can't think of a sort of more deserving person to actually win the stand-up award. So thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you so
And it
much.
was a real pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.